A very good afternoon and welcome to Croke Park. And as you join us, the sun begins to shine down on what is promising to be a most entertaining and highly exciting All-Ireland Club football final. Who would ever have believed it at the start of the championships in both Carlow and Cork, and particularly I would imagine Carlow, that Eire, the boys from Carlow town, will be here for an All-Ireland Club football final. Indeed, there will be a lot of confusion here in Croke Park today because both Eire and O'Donovan Rossa from Skibbereen wear exactly the same colours, red and white. And both counties, both clubs rather, changed to their respective provincial counties' colours. So O'Donovan Rossa will be wearing blue and white, and as you can see on your TV sets at the moment, Eire of Carlow wearing the traditional green and white of Leinster. It's a breezy afternoon here in Croke Park, but it's a day that many players dream about playing in an All-Ireland final, and particularly for the club players. That's what the GA praise themselves about, indeed rightly so. It's the grassroots level, and it's the grassroots day in here, Croke Park. Eire will line out like this. They just make two changes from their semi-final victory. Coincidentally, Jimmy Dooley, the man who should be marking John Brady, who will also be absent, loses out because of suspension. His place going to team captain Noel Fallon. Wearing the number 13 jersey today will be Joe Murphy, who joins the impressive duo Colm Hayden and Anthony Keating in the full forward line. The latter playing despite doubts about his fitness. A key area will be midfield, and here the Carlow champions are very strong. Garvin Ware and Hugh Brennan combining very well so far, but today is their biggest challenge. Cork and Munster champions O'Donovan Rossa have replaced their Cavan star John Brady with promising Brian Carmody in the full forward line. And this essentially is the only change in their lineup since the semi-final against Lavey. Skibbereen are also delighted that their trainer and right half-back Gino Driscoll passed a fitness test during the week, and thus their formidable half-back line of O'Driscoll, Anthony Davis and Ian Breen remains intact. The referee for today's All-Ireland Club football final is Jim Curran from Ardbow, County Tyrone. He refereed the Ulster final last year between Derry and Donegal. Just before you joined us, Eire won the toss, and their captain Noel Fallon decided to play with the breeze. But it's O'Donovan Rossa that's going into the attack, and a brilliant start for their captain Mick McCarthy. After just 15 seconds of play, Mick McCarthy, Small Mick they used to call him when he was underage, but he's far from Small Mick down in Skibbereen at the moment. And already the man that's down injured is Joe O'Driscoll, and he seems to be in some pain, seems to have twisted his knee, and Mick McCarthy just checking that he's able to continue. Seems to be just only winded now, whatever way he fell. So O'Donovan Rossa, just after 15 seconds of play, leading by 1 point. Had an outstanding county final, Joe Driscoll. The very first kick out in an All-Ireland final for John Cairns from McGowan Road in Carlow Town. Garvin Ware to Brendan Hayden. The low ball in towards his full forward, Colm Hayden. This is Brendan again. And taking too many steps, it's a free for O'Donovan Rossa. Anthony Davis giving it to Ian Breen. Now this is midfielder Brian O'Donovan. Hugh Brennan. And there's some fairly hefty challenges going in there. The referee decides that it is an Eire ball. Well gathered by Tom Nolan. Decides to have a lash, and there's the first point for Eire. The trainee accountant gets the first score. That coming just 1 minute and 52 seconds into the first half. Sides level, and still just 2 minutes gone in the first half. We're looking at the man that has taken over as substitute goalkeeper on the Cork senior football team to John Cairns. The Cork John Cairns, that is. Big Garvin Ware. Give it to Jody Morrissey. This is left half-back Alan Calman. Centre half forward Jody Morrissey, testing out the calibre of the fielding ability of the O'Donovan Rossa defence. John O'Donovan blatantly pushed by Tom Nolan. And that's going to be a free to the blue and white. Just in case you've joined us, the blue jersey is O'Donovan Rossa this afternoon. Eire wearing the green. Both clubs changing colours because normally they're all red and white. Eire playing with that strong wind to their backs in this first half. Jody Morrissey giving it to Joe Hayden. Referee, yes, deciding now that it is a free. And if Eire are to succeed in this final, they're going to have to contain that Skibbereen half-back line. Joe Hayden sending that one over the end line and wide. Interestingly, both clubs play a similar brand of football, and O'Donovan Rossa very much have mastered it in recent months, taking on the mantle of the new Nemo Rangers, which is the ultimate compliment for O'Donovan Rossa. Testing ball, which goes just inches to the wrong side of the post. So that breeze is undoubtedly going to cause problems. Get on! And you can see how strong the breeze is here in Dublin. Eire playing with that wind to their backs. Well gathered by Garvin Ware. Beginning to settle. Jody Morrissey. His duel with Anthony Davis is crucial. Hugh Brennan, native of County Mayo from Swinford. And Swinford will be a little bit disappointed that he sent that one left and wide. But Eire, you must say, even at this early stage, are confident enough to have a goal from far out. There is a tendency when you play a running game such as this that you try and run it in all the way into the square. Anxious spectators looking on already. There's so much excitement over this All-Ireland Cup final. And Garvin Ware, it must be said, is causing a few problems for the midfield duo of Dennis O'Driscoll and Brian O'Donovan from Skibbereen. Fielding well. The Garda, based in Kevin Street, he actually transferred to the Garda last year and came back to Eire at the start of 1992. And that's what he's facing into. Trying to float it in. Kept in, however. Kevin O'Dwyer is there. Ian Breen, another Garda. And here come O'Donovan Rossa. Plenty of players loose to his right. Good play, however. This is Don Davis. The corner forward, Brian Carmody. This is the running game that Skibbereen have mastered in recent years. To Mick McCarthy. Getting inside rather easily, Derek Wynn. Mick, Skibbereen and Cork captain, fouled. And it's a free in for O'Donovan Rossa. And you just sense that Eire are very concerned over this man because he has the ability to round Derek Wynn, and it had to be brought down there. Free comes to Brian Carmody, and there's the lead again for O'Donovan Rossa. And he's the man now that's replacing the injured John Brady, the Cavan star, who has knee ligament problems. But Brian Carmody, utility player, really can play anywhere. Great atmosphere here in Croke Park. Already the crowd chanting and cheering. The girls' primary school in Skibbereen, the principal is Sister Veronica. She did a count yesterday to see how many students were going to Croke Park. All were going, so she gave them tomorrow off as well. So they're really enjoying themselves in Croke Park. A free for Eire, just outside the Skibbereen 45. Free taker, Anthony Keating. Loading it in. John O'Donovan. Anthony Davis taking it quickly, giving it to Dennis O'Driscoll. Still Dennis O'Driscoll. Referee allowing play to continue. Don Davis. Giving it inside to Brian O'Donovan. Joe Driscoll to his right. Mick McCarthy to his right. Still Brian O'Donovan. And the Cork midfielder and skipperine man shows why he's going to become Shea Fahy's partner possibly for the championship. Brilliant run. It was hard work by the Davises, but when Brian O'Donovan took it on, he had options. One was Joe O'Driscoll. Two was Mick McCarthy to his right there. But he had the confidence to keep going, and beautifully over the bar. And remember, Skippereen are playing against the breeze. Tom Nolan. Anthony Keating. Loose inside is Joe Hayden in space. The ball running not very kindly for him. Swings it in. Colin Hayden, superbly gathered. Turning onto the right leg. Superbly saved and a goal. Hugh Brennan from Swinford and County Mayo. Now living in Granby Road. His very first year at Eire Road. And the Carlow people rejoice in Croke Park. Can you believe it, man? We've scored. Joe Hayden, a veteran of this Eire Road side, sending it in. Made brilliantly by Colin Hayden, outfielding John O'Donovan. He had a shot which Kevin O'Dwyer got down bravely to. Came out to Hugh Brennan and whack, take it out. Skibbereen, so impressive in the early stages. No doubt a little bit rattled by that great goal. Quickly taken by Gino Driscoll. To Joe, to Anthony Davis. And this is what Eire Road are going to have to stop. These runs by Anthony Davis. This is Joe Driscoll. Back to Anthony Davis. And remember, he's the centre half back. Brian Carmody. Anthony saying, it's all right, I have it. And that's a blatant effort at hitting a man totally unfairly. He gets as far as Pat Davis's brother. The referee allowing play on to Joe Driscoll. Great marking by Eire Road. The fast-moving machine from Skibbereen are stuttering at the moment, and the referee gives the free to Eire Road. But really, Anthony Davis was guilty of a very wild swing, and it should have been a free out before that. Anthony Davis giving it out to Joe Driscoll here. And all sorts of bother for Donovan Rossa. Back to the action. Comes down towards Anthony Keating from New Oak Estate. Having a lash, but it's going to the left and wide. There's Cork Fine Gael TD, PJ Sheehan, a little bit worried now about his Skibbereen boys. This is Don Davis. Garda in Bolton Glass, County Wicklow, a club that has already won this All-Ireland Club title. And that's a free for Alan Callanan. They call him Skippy in Carlow. Up towards Gino Driscoll, team coach and trainer and player. Quickly taken. Back to Don Davis. Brian Carmody. Brian O'Donovan is available. This is O'Donovan. His partner at midfield, Dennis O'Driscoll. Mick McCarthy. Getting inside again, his marker. Taking him on, his centre half back, Don Walker. Referee allowing the advantage to continue. And his right corner back, John Wynn, that comes out with it. That's a lot of pressure by Skibbereen. Comes back to Neville Murphy. This is Pat Davis. Bursting his way through, trying to get a boot to it. Outside is Neville Murphy. And that's a good point by Neville Murphy. It took a lot of hard work to get the point. The sides are level. 12 minutes gone in the first half. This is great defending by Eire Road, but equally great work by O'Donovan Rossa. Neville Murphy finally got the opportunity and he took it easily and well. Of O'Donovan Ross's 4 points, 3 of them have come from the forward line. Brian O'Donovan, Brian Carmody does a goal on here, and brilliantly saved by John Kearns. Magnificent save. He did it in Knockmore, and he's done it in Croke Park. Oh, that's an inspiring save for Eire. Alan Callanan sending a ball deep inside to try and find Anthony Keating. Waiting outside is Colm Hayden if he can get it to him. There's Hayden. Making an angle. Sending it in, but it's not going to curl. But what a magnificent save by John Kearns. He's only conceded 2 goals in the whole Leinster Championship, and both of them, surprisingly, from frees, 14-metre frees. But this was a 1-on-1 situation. Carmody against Kearns. Kearns bravely down. The wind catching the leather as it goes into the air. Question of lying on the ball, I'd say the referee rightly is going to give a hot ball. Brian O'Donovan. Jody Morrissey. Getting a ball in towards Colm Hayden. He's got inside John O'Donovan, gets it across, and that's gone wide. Yes, the referee agrees. The referee had his arms extended, and I think the Carlow people thought he was going to give a penalty. But no, ball gone wide. We are doing okay, says the woman from Carlow. But I put in a word of caution. Eire are playing with wind advantage. Fine fielding by Dennis O'Driscoll. This is Ian Breen that's going to take it. Brought down by Gavin Ware to Brendan Hayden, and the butcher in Fitzmaurice's in Castle Street gets it all the way down to Colm Hayden, his brother. Rooster, they call him in Carlow. The Rooster is looking for support. Well, that's called opening up the play. I don't think Carlow would be too pleased with it, but they maintain possession. Comes back outside to Tom Nolan. Alan Callanan is forming an overlap, and he takes his point. Excellent play by Alan Callanan. Now you can see why Eire of Carlow are in the All-Ireland Club Football Final. This is no fluke. They support and back each other up brilliantly. This is left half back. He's on the 20-metre line. And with the outside of the boot, in off the post and over. Tom Nolan. Just losing out. Good challenge from John Davis. This is Mick McCarthy. Derek Wynn having his hands full to keep him under control. Back to John Davis. Getting inside, and again to John Kearns. Gets it out far as Alan Callanan. Ball down towards the middle. That's picked off the ground blatantly. And quickly taken. Mick McCarthy. Good scoring position, and John Kearns safely underneath it. And a good intelligent ball out to Gavin Ware. The name Ware is very much synonymous with Waterford hurling. His uncles Charlie and Jim played in the 30s and 40s with the Beaties. It's Dennis O'Driscoll. Ian Breen coming in to help. Great challenging by Carlow, and Ian is guilty of picking the ball off the ground rather. And Joe Hayden again finding Colm Hayden. Trying to get inside John O'Donovan. Cork pulled back, staying solid, but he manages to get the point. What Tony Boyle failed to do in a league match in Donegal, Colm Hayden has stretched the Carlow champions lead by 2 points. And he really is a superb player. In Rory Dunshka. Coolin on a Waherford. Skibbereen and Eire supporters intermixed. Anxiety etched all over their faces. Ian Breen tussling with Hugh Brennan, and it's Ian that comes away with it. To Don Davis. To Brian O'Donovan, and he's clear acres in front of him. Cuts inside, takes a shot off the crossbar. Mick McCarthy taken away from him. Comes to Neville Murphy, blocked down again. Well, you need a little bit of luck to win a championship. Maybe that was it for Eire. Time will only tell. This is Hugh Brennan. Frontal charge and quickly taken. Knocking it down, Tom Nolan. Goal on here, hits it, oh, he sends it wide. There are so many talking points about this first half. Tom Nolan was straight through. The trainee accountant had to take on Kevin O'Dwyer, and this time he tried to place it too much to the left. Hugh Brennan knocking it down to Jody Morrissey, but Hugh was climbing up on Dennis O'Driscoll. So it's a free for Skibbereen. This is Pat Davis. The two Davises have exchanged wings. Ball inside to Joe O'Driscoll. Brendan Hayden trying to keep him out. That's a poor ball. Picked up neatly and easily by Hugh Brennan, but given away. This is Gene O'Driscoll, native of Para, transferred to Skibbereen 1989. This is Don Davis. Still Don Davis. Now the referee has decided that it is a free for O'Donovan Rossa for that challenge on Don Davis. Mick McCarthy, he scored 1 goal and 9 points against Lavey in the semi-final. He's got 2 points in the All-Ireland final. So just 1 point between the sides. Who is going to win this All-Ireland final? Well gathered by Garvin Ware, giving it back to his captain Noel Fallon. Survives a hefty challenge. Alan Callan, well blocked down by Brian O'Donovan, but Callan responds by getting the ball back. Bad ball, but Garvin Ware survives. That's good play to Hugh Brennan, waiting for it. But Dennis O'Driscoll doesn't, giving it back to Joe O'Driscoll. Interpassing swift and accurate. Joe O'Driscoll losing a little bit of possession. Oh, brilliantly intercepted by Derek Wynn. Teacher in Summerhill College in Sligo is fouled, and it's a free out. So Derek Wynn being fouled, and a free out for Eire, the bearded man from Court Place in Carlow Town. He missed actually the All-Ireland semi-final due to injury. Anthony Davis knocking it down for Brian O'Donovan to latch onto it. Suddenly O'Donovan Rossa have settled a little bit more, particularly around midfield. Anthony Davis seems to have been charging. Anthony disagrees adamantly. And it's a free for Eire. Don Walker. Ian Green. Then telling his coach, Gene O'Driscoll, to leave it. Davis. Beasley stepping inside Brendan Hayden's challenge. And that's also going to be deemed over a carry. And Pat Davis disgusted with himself. Quickly taken free. Now, let's see if Eire can match O'Donovan Rossa in the interpassing game. Colin Hayden knocking it down to Jody Morrissey. Ball hanging in the wind. Comes down to Joe Hayden. Oh, yes! Where is the Skibbereen defence? Joe Hayden doesn't want to know. because that's goal Eire in the All-Ireland Cup final. The hanging ball came in. O'Donovan Rossa were looking, staring into the blue skies. Joe Hayden kept his eye on it. Just keep an eye. No O'Donovan Rossa man near him, and Hayden had the composure to slip it inside Kevin O'Dwyer. Calvin Ware knocking it down. John Davis giving it to Joe Driscoll. And just when Skibbereen were beginning to settle, Eire respond. It's a sign of a good team. Joe O'Driscoll cutting inside Don Walker. Derek Wynn showing that they have shoulders. Jody Morrissey, he's the centre half forward, blocking down the shot. Down towards Neville Murphy, trying to get inside Derek Wynn. Plenty of Eire defenders. Outside him is Pat Davis. And again, O'Donovan Rossa. And it must be said at this stage, after 23 minutes of the first half, that O'Donovan Rossa are relying a little bit too much on carrying it. Their interpassing game being a little bit upset by a tight marking Eire defence. A little bit slow on delivering it, but John Wynn got away with it. Send it back up towards Jody Morrissey. Anthony Davis knocking it down. This is Ian Breen battling with Tom Nolan. And again the target is Colm Hayden. This time it was the veteran John Evans. 37 at the moment, 38 next month, trying to add on an All-Ireland title. Brilliant play by Anthony Keating. A ball sent in towards Joe Hayden. This is Joe Murphy. He needs support outside. It comes in the form of Jody Morrissey. Runs on to Colm Hayden. Cuts inside. He's looking again for support. Joe Murphy again. Half locked down. And eventually it's Brian O'Donovan that comes away with it. Pat Davis. Brian O'Donovan. Sending it up towards Brian Carmody. Noel Fallon staying with him. The captain. Oh, brilliant play by the cornerback. Can't quite hold on to it, and John Wynn is there. 3 out, Carlow, yes. Great ball up towards Calvin Ware. The question is, after 25 minutes, with the scoreline 2-3 to 5, is that enough for Eire? John O'Donovan. Outside him is Gino Driscoll. Back to John O'Donovan. To Don Davis. Cleanly dispossessed. And Alan Callanan turns defence into attack. Garvin Ware is to his right. Aims at Hugh Brennan, or Colm Hayden rather, and that goes to the left and wide. Entertaining game of football, and Skibbereen are looking on, and there are definitely no smiles in that crowd at the moment. Would you blame them? This man made his debut for Skibbereen 2 years ago in a replay of a championship match against Piercy in Bandon. Garvin Ware coming back into it. Lofting a ball which is tailing to the left and wide. It's a total of 9 wides now for Carlow, and they are playing with wind advantage. John Kearns at the other end, after that marvellous save, certainly helped to settle his side. We talk about intimidation in terms of coming to Croke Park and atmosphere. And Carlow and Eire may never have played in Croke Park, neither with O'Donovan Rossa, but they're producing a sparkling performance so far. Don Davis. Where can we go? Mick McCarthy. He really is the danger man. Cutting inside. There's another goal on here. Oh, brilliant! Mick McCarthy. That's why he's captain of Cork. That's why he's captain of Skibbereen. A peak to the goal, and the West is finally awake. Mick McCarthy, always having the best of Derek Wynn, tearing through. Eire and John Kearns this time had no chance. Right into the roof. I asked and posed the question a moment ago, would 4 points be enough? Now there's only 1 point. That definitely is not enough after wind advantage. Poor ball from Garvin Ware. And Eire now will have to show their character. But I saw them play against Knockmore and Knockmore, and they had character that afternoon. A goal like this will not upset them. It shouldn't, at least. Joe Driscoll going straight through. There's a loose man inside Neville Murphy, but Joe Driscoll was fouled. It's a free in for Donovan Rossa. Mick McCarthy, an easy one, making it now 1 goal and 3 points, his personal tally so far. O'Donovan Rossa 1-6. Sides are level. 28, almost 29 minutes gone in the first half. Ball running out, first Pat Davis. Ryan O'Donovan stepping inside Jody Morrissey. That's a question of throwing the ball from one to the other, and the referee spotting it, Jim Quirn. This is Joe Murphy. Staying with him is Frank McCarthy. Jody Morrissey, highly rated in Carlow. Anthony Davis coming in to challenge and fouling him. Joe Hayden, son of former Carlow and Leinster star Brendan Hayden, and one of 3 brothers on the side. Driving in across for Hugh Brennan. Half blocked down. John Evans coming out with it, met by an almighty challenge, and down he goes. Free out for O'Donovan Rossa. Ball coming in. John O'Donovan, Anthony Davis, that was actually the one that got the challenge, and the referee has blown the half-time whistle, and Eire and O'Donovan Rossa, 30 minutes of action, have produced a most entertaining first half. Many talking points, superb goals, 3 of them, and some incredible misses as well. Many talking points. It's all to play for. As at half-time they go into the dressing room, sides level. Eire of Carlow, 2 goals, 3 points. O'Donovan Rossa of Skibbereen, 1 goal and 6. Everybody enjoying the proceedings so far, and certainly enjoying the match. So let's reflect on that first half, having the Artane Boys band entertain the crowd. Let's have a look at the first goal, the very first Eire goal. This is Joe Hayden sending it in. Colm Hayden and Hugh Brennan. A marvellous goal, really. This is Jody Morrissey going for goal number 2 for Eire of Carlow. It was a real testing ball, which the Skibbereen defence left a lot to be desired. Joe Hayden, simplicity in motion, battling that one in. A superb O'Donovan Rossa response, however, came a few moments later, and this time it was Mick McCarthy that finished it off, beating and getting inside Derek Wynn. This was the Skibbereen goal, and it was Mick McCarthy that finished it off. This is the Eire goal, and Joe Hayden finishing it into the net. Must be said, in this first half there's been some wonderful examples of great skill, great defending and some great blocking down. And certainly Eire have deprived of O'Donovan Rossa of clear passages to goal in the first half. So there's plenty to talk about in this first half, including one spectacular goal by Mick McCarthy. This is the point I'm making all along, that he has the ability to get inside Derek Wynn. Great shot, great goal. So let's join Ger Canning.
Gomil Mahagat Marty, well tá sé goifar an Shahar Bark, Anna goifar fal, Hamway dig Brahanu inish an Geltle Ella, Shashin and Cleha Moniac de Vectos, Tosluan Shah, Ega Kaharu Trish a 3, Shashin, Crevilla Air in the Globin, it in the Sarshelig on Nyliv, August Kiel Macallo, Curry, Namon, Curry Limni, Coma. Here next to me I've got Michael Keneally from SARS and Tony Maloney from Kilmallock. Let's begin with the Galway story. What's the latest news, Michael?
Well, Joe, everybody has reported fishing well this morning and ready to go.
You travelled up last night, I believe?
Yeah, we travelled up last night, stayed in Dublin, and everybody's fine form.
What about Tony and Kilmallock? How's everything there?
So far so good. Joe, all fishing well.
It's a new experience for you in particular to come to Croke Park. I don't think you ever played here as a player, did you?
No, I never played here, never had the honour to play here.
Fantastic atmosphere, wonderful occasion, I think you'll agree.
Massive altogether. Brilliant now behind our back here. Really, people are getting into the hang of things in a big way.
Well, Michael, people will remember you, of course, 1980, a memorable year for Galway hurling, and you were the goalkeeper that year. I think you got the Man of the Match award as well, didn't you?
That's right, yeah. I had some good games, some bad games too, Joe, here, yeah. But it's great to be back again.
And the team you beat in that final?
Limerick, yeah.
I'm hoping for another Omen this afternoon, I suppose. This is the team of the Coonies. How many in all have you got?
We've 6 in the panel, 5 playing.
It's a wonderful occasion for families, Tony. In your team, you've got the Hanleys, I know.
That's right, yeah, 3 Hanley brothers playing. We've 2 Nelligans on the panel, so we've quite a family affair.
What has the atmosphere been like in Kilmallock in the last few days now, building up to this final?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable is the only word for it. Between wishes from America, England all over, and people coming back for the match. You know, there's a huge crowd in Kilmallock over the past few days.
And I'm sure it's much the same in SARS, in New Inn and Bullawn.
Yes, indeed, Joe. There's been great hype for the last few weeks. We're a very, very small club, one of the smallest in the county, but we've great support from the other clubs throughout the county.
Gormila Mahagov, August Ganari on Tala Shanda, Iran Beg on Clishin, Tosnuega, Kaharu Trish at 3, Akanish, Arash Kugan Pellarish, Tashid, our co-scoring Laham, Arish Shah, Marty Morrissey.
Gormila Mahagov, Garod, and just some interesting statistics at half-time, that after 30 minutes of action, O'Donovan Rossa failed to get a wide, which must be a little bit unusual in any Gaelic football match. O'Donovan Rossa, one of their supporters, must be a little bit concerned at the moment, because he has, I believe, he's placed £3,000 of a bet at a price of 6-4 for O'Donovan Rossa to win the All-Ireland title. Can you just imagine a half an hour of sheer tension? It's level at half-time. O'Donovan Rossa now playing with wind advantage, and it's a fairly strong breeze. As you can see, the Artane Boys band come off the pitch. The flags indicate how strong that wind really is here in Croke Park. And may I say a special hello to Henry Thornhill and all the patients at Skibbereen Hospital. Henry is attending that hospital there, and I believe that they're absolutely glued to their television sets. So to everybody in the hospital in Skibbereen, hope you're enjoying St. Patrick's Day. And indeed, may I include in that greeting to every hospital all over the country. We hope that you're enjoying RT's coverage of the All-Ireland Club Finals live from Croke Park. And Jim Curran, the referee, looking at his watch. We note that Eire have changed their full back. And Derek Wynn seems to be gone off, and coming on is Richie Moore. Number 17 will be playing at full back. 30 minutes to decide the ultimate title, the All-Ireland Club title. Garvin Ware. John Evans losing out to, could it be? Yes, indeed, yes. Referee is correct, giving a free to John Evans and Skibbereen. Quickly taken. Donovan Rossa going to the attack. This is cut out, however, by John Wynn. Garvin Ware unable to keep it in. Referee having a word with Garvin Ware and just making sure that everything is kept under control. Brian O'Donovan. Getting back to Anthony Davis. Met by Garvin Ware, and Anthony Davis goes down. Brian O'Donovan, not his best foot by any means, the left one. Well gathered by Pat Davis. And that's going to be a free in for Skibbereen. The referee is now noticing that Anthony Davis is down and allowing for attention. And while Anthony Davis is getting attention, we note as well that Mick McCarthy has come on for O'Donovan Rossa instead of Gino Driscoll. And what a blow it would be if O'Donovan Rossa had to lose their detective from the fraud squad in Anglesey Street in Cork, Anthony Davis. This is the incident again. Anthony Davis combining with Garvin Ware was more of a frontal challenge, just got it in the ribs, and Anthony Davis went down. And Anthony Davis has won every All-Ireland medal except a club medal. He'll be recording history. Minor, under-21, junior and senior have all been achieved. There's only one medal missing, the All-Ireland club medal. And it would be a terrible blow if Anthony Davis had to go off. But knowing Anthony Davis fairly well, I'm sure he'll just get back into it again. Mick McCarthy, meanwhile, will take this free and try and put O'Donovan Rossa into the lead for the second time in this match. They led at the start of the first half. Are they about to lead at the start of the second half? Dropping it in and dropping it over the bar. So Skibbereen lead by just 1 point, 1-7 to 2-3. Anthony Davis still looking very winded. He really felt that from his Garda colleague Garvin Ware. Garvin Ware that drops it down for Alan Callanan, giving it to Jody Morrissey to run onto. Gone inside is Tom Nolan. Now, if O'Donovan Rossa can hold possession and play possession type football, so too can Eire. But how good are they? It's Anthony Keating that's going across to take it. He's giving a free. Referee Jim Curran. That's the angle from just behind the posts. As Muckle himself. Dangerous. Good calling by Dennis O'Driscoll. And he gives the free, and Jim Byrne wisely allows him to take it quickly. This is Frank McCarthy. To Mick McCarthy. Joe O'Driscoll. But Donovan Rossa running off the ball is something to watch. Brian Carmody. And gone wide. You can do all the running around the place, but the most important thing is getting scores on the scoreboard. But in that matter, they lead by 1 point. Brilliantly gathered by Garvin Ware. Trying to get it out for us, Alan Calnan. Brian Carmody coming into challenge. Calnan survives. The ball ripped from his hands, says Jim Curran. It's allowing them to use the quick free and not annoying the players or the spectators. Colm Hayden, now he's a match winner for Eire if they can get the ball into him. Getting inside to Hugh Brennan, goal number 1 in the first half and a point in the second half. Hugh Brennan, minor and under 21 player with Mayo, 27 years of age, goal and a point in the All-Ireland final. Great running inside. He took his point despite Ian Breen's challenge. It should be pointed out and remembered that this is not an inter-county match. It's the All-Ireland Cup final. The two best club football teams in the country, and they're reflecting it in a superb match. Great skill, determination, and so far, thanks be to God, no dirty striking, no off-the-ball incidents. This All-Ireland Cup Championship got a lot of criticism, particularly when it reached the semi-final stage. That match between Donovan Rossa and Lavey. This is an example of what good football is all about. Joe Driscoll sending it straight over the bar. His first of the All-Ireland final. 22-year-old, doing well. Now, let's see what Carlow boys are made of. Poor pass from Joe Murphy. And that's going to be a line ball for Donovan Rossa. An interesting tactic by Eire is that they're playing Joe Murphy, their corner forward, as an extra defender in the half-back line. In other words, there's only two players up front in the full forward line. And Tom Nolan has that space to manoeuvre. Has he the accuracy? It floats high, right down on top of Kevin O'Dwyer. And he did well, but he drops it out for a 45. A ball that would give any goalkeeper a heart attack as it held in the wind, dropping and dropping and dropping. And when the challenge came in, he was lucky it didn't drop into the net. Garvin Ware to take this 45. Dangerous enough ball, and well gathered by John Evans. Frank McCarthy, ball into the middle. There's his commander, he's supposed to be marking. Joe Murphy picking it up. Right, great run. Now, where's the support? Hugh Brennan. Oh, ball carried a little bit too much pace. Picked up by Pat Davis to Mick McCarthy. Surely a foul by Richie Moore. Free for Donovan Rossa. Good intelligent ball to Brian Carmody. Neville Murphy is available. Brian dropping it in towards John Kearns. Towards Garvin Ware. Don't rule out these Carlow boys. They really did impress me when they played Knockmore and Mayo. They were playing against the Breeze with only 14 men. That's a fair shoulder charge. Sideline ball for Donovan Rossa. Quickly taken by Brian O'Donovan. First Mick McCarthy. And an elbow challenge there by John Wynne. And John Wynne is going to be booked by the referee. In fact, he's saying, just cool it. As the incident comes up again, here's Mick McCarthy. And yes, it was a little bit high. And a free in for the skipperine captain. And Jim Curran telling the mentors to clear off the pitch. The Carlow man a little bit worried, and rightly so. Mick McCarthy taking this off the hands and sending it wide. 2-4 for Eire Road. Total of 10 points. O'Donovan Rossa 1-8, a total of 11. We have 9.5 minutes gone in the second half. If they can get the ball into this man, Eire Road could very much win this All-Ireland title. Mick McCarthy getting inside Richie Moore. Eire Road protest that they did not foul him. But Mick McCarthy will definitely, normally at least, tap these sort of frees straight over the bar. Exactly what he does. Getting his tally, personal tally, 1-5 now to Mick McCarthy, 1-9 to O'Donovan Rossa. Jody Morrissey getting the free. Joe Murphy. Back to Jody Morrissey. And Murphy survives the challenge. You can see what I mean when I say they have similar styles. I love to run at defences, opposing defences, both Skibbereen and Carlow. And so far has paid dividends. .11 minutes gone in the second half. Jody Morrissey, Anthony Davis marking him well, but so from Jersey pulling, says Jim Curran, for descent, the free in a little bit closer, and Jim Curran saying, thou shalt not do that. Doom the Vale on St. Patrick's Day. Anthony Keating to reduce it down to 1 point between the sides. Yes, clean on a walk. 2-5 to 1-9. Tension is mounting as the time passes by slowly, very slowly. Kevin O'Dwyer. A little bit of pushing unnoticed by the referee. Gavin Weir holds on to it eventually. Gives it outside to his midfield partner Hugh Brennan. Eire Road can create something here. Going straight through. Taking a shot. The sides are level like Croke Park. Yes, Eire Road show that they have the character that I saw in Knockmore. And coincidentally, it's a mailman that has now got 1-2 from midfield. Excellent score. Kevin Dwyer's kick out. Gathered by Brian O'Donovan. Survives the challenge. Alan Callan. Referee wisely, correctly, allowing advantage and taken straight out of his hands. Don Walker. To Richie Moore. This is the new full back for Eire Road. The man who had to be brought on to try and curb Mick McCarthy. That's a trip, and the referee gives the free on Anthony Keating. And Anthony very much a doubtful starter before the match with an ankle injury. And the referee is halting back the play and having a word possibly with John O'Donovan. Anthony Keating, remember, yes, he is holding that ankle, and he was very much a doubtful starter before today's match. The ball coming in And Anthony Keating just tripped as he was going for it. And that was fairly blatant by John O'Donovan. Well, last year we had Clare, we had Donegal. Now we've Carlow. And the sound very, very loud. Must be nobody left in Carlow. Brendan Hayden. Up for Colm Hayden. Trying to get inside. John Evans. Pat Davis. Ian Breen. Skippereen. Go west. Well won, however. Superbly won by Noel Fallon, native of Ballygar, County Galway. Lovely combination by Eire. And if you're surprised that this is a Carlow team, do not be surprised. These are worthy Leinster champions. Alan Callanan trying to get a boot to it. Colm Hayden knocking it down. Brian O'Donovan, he's the midfielder, clearing it out. Anywhere will do, Brian. But it goes straight to Noel Fallon. This is what they call pressure from Eire. Met by Don Davis. Joe Hayden playing right half forward. Now in the left half forward position. Knocking it down to Tom Nolan. Steps outside. Anthony Keating. Oh, magnificent. But the referee, yes, he's giving it a magnificent goal by Anthony Keating. A man from New York State in Carlow Town has brought Croke Park to life. Oh, it was great on the field. John turns out from the 15-meter line. Brave, courageous goalkeeping. And the referee has blown the whistle. Still giving a break. As the ball came in, it broke out from Tom Nolan. This was Tom working hard. Anthony Keating, he's a real goal poacher. And whack, Kevin O'Dwyer hardly saw it. I can't believe it. I just can't believe it. The scoreline. Eire, 3 goals and 6 points. O'Donovan Rossa, 1 goal and 9. O'Donovan Rossa, for the very first time, won the championship in Cork, and you do not win the Cork County Championship very easily. Since then, they have played so impressively, beating All-Ireland Cup champions of last year, Dr. Crokes, then St. Stennan's Kilkee, and then Lavi. They come here with a very impressive CV. Mick McCarthy. Ball breaks out to Joe Driscoll. They're not fouling Eire, and they're coming away with it. The Leinster champions have their gander up, and they're flying it. And Croke Park salutes the men of Carlow. And for descent, there's an extra few metres. Now, have they got the experience to just keep matters cool? The stopwatch says 17 and a half minutes. 13 minutes to go. 3 points between the sides. A most memorable All-Ireland Cup football final. The 2 number 13s, and it goes to Joe Murphy. Noel Fallon. Oh, that's great play by Carlow. This is Carlow, I keep saying it. Oh, brilliant. Joe Hayden, led by Ian Breen. The mighty O'Donovan Rossa are in trouble, and make no mistake about it. They said in the nationalist paper down in Carlow, the headline was, it will take a hard team to beat them, it will take a good team to beat them. O'Donovan Rossa are very good, but definitely Eire have come of age. But can they hold on? And I state it again, just for information, Eire are playing against a very strong breeze. O'Donovan Rossa, with wind advantage, are trailing by 3 points. And sometimes when you play this short passing game, it's actually easier to play against the breeze. Most footballers would agree with that. Gavin Ware, hanging in the breeze, comes off the crossbar. Up they go. Comes down towards Mick McCarthy. Number 19 Mick this time, who came on for Gino Driscoll. A race for Brendan Hayden. Holding rather, by Pat Davis. A free for Eire. 18 and a half minutes gone in the second half. I can't help but think of the Skibbereen man who put 3,000 pounds at 6-4 for Donovan Rossa. He must be sweating now. This free by Anthony Keating. He's been scoring goals left, right and centre in the Leinster Championship campaign. Half blocked down by Pat Davis. Still Davis. Possibly off the ground, but Davis gets the free in the initiative. Poor ball to Brendan Hayden. O'Donovan's Ross's concentration and balance and rhythm is definitely upset. The right half back off target. Quickly kick out by Kevin O'Dwyer to Frank McCarthy. Ian Breen. Anthony Davis. And the runs by Anthony Davis, Gino Driscoll and Ian Breen, very much curbed by Eire. And other teams that I've seen Skibbereen play have fallen in the wake with that tactic. Mick McCarthy. George Driscoll running outside, very quick one, but Mick decides to drop this one in. A point is important here. And he drives it wide. Hall McCorrick is very, very disgusted. Go on, Eire is the message. They've waited a long time. We ain't going home without the cup. Eire, the team that beat Screen of Meath, Plain of Kildare, Baltinglass of Wicklow, Ballyroan of Laois. Can they add Skibbereen to their scouts? This is John Davis, and that too has gone wide. And I stated again that Skibbereen's concentration is upset. Skibbereen introducing a substitute. Be interesting to see what happens. Going off is Neville Murphy. Neville Murphy is going off, and coming on is Dara Hooley. Neville Murphy gone off, the corner forward, and on is Dara Hooley. There's Dara Hooley challenging, just introduced. As Skibbereen realise that they're in a spot of bother. Colin Hayden gone out over the line. Line ball for Skibbereen. Come on, everyone. Pick them up. Pick them up, Dara. Will the Andy Merrigan Cup be going to Carlow? Brian O'Donovan taking too many steps. It's a free for Eire. Play continues on, but the referee has called a halt. That's all in vain. The boys are still playing, and still Skibbereen can't get the ball into the net. And eventually John Cairns has it, and somebody might tell them that the referee has blown the whistle. All that for nothing. Holy God, can we bring home the cup? There are tears beginning as they look at the watch, beginning to fill in the eyes. Tears, yes. I know what she says. 8 minutes left in the All-Ireland final. Carlow, Eire, founded in 1956. They won their first title in 1960. They have a total of 17 Carlow championships. Did they ever dream that they would win in All-Ireland in Croke Park? 7 minutes to go. Joe Hayden, dispossessed by Anthony Davis. This is his younger brother John. The support is from Brian O'Donovan. It's not over yet. And from where the ball landed, the free will be from Mick McCarthy. For a challenge there on Brian O'Donovan as he kicked it. Challenge coming from Hugh Brennan. I think Mick McCarthy was just asking how much is left. And Jim, well, the picture tells the story really. Jim says, I have it under control. And for time wasting, the referee is moving the ball in as that challenge As you can see, Hugh Brennan fouling Brian O'Donovan. And the ball placed in further because of time wasting by Eire. Mick McCarthy. A point is a wise decision. 2 points between the sides. Minutes gone in the second half. The countdown has started. I can hardly look. John Kearns. Brilliantly gathered by Tom Nolan. Bobby Miller, the Eire manager, has done an enormous job. And the referee, Joe Hayden, says, well, what could I do? Jim Curran feels he could have done a little bit more with it. Bobby Miller has done a great job, however, with Eire, but can they hold on? Mick McCarthy, Richie Moore staying with him, bravely going down on it, but Mick McCarthy sends it wide. Still 2 points between the sides. 5 minutes left. Coig no maid. John Kearns knows it. Knocked down, comes to Joe Murphy, and this tactic by Eire should be highlighted because it certainly has worked. Bringing the corner forward back as an extra half back has worked splendidly and has stopped Skibbereen from going forward in their interpassing movements. Has helped at least. Jody Morrissey, this is Alan Callanan, the left half back, inside the 20-metre line. Taking too many steps. Referee Jim Curran very precise on this. And for time wasting again, I think the referee is going to give an extra few metres. Skibbereen. Joe Murphy reading it, challenging John Davis. And for that challenge, he gives a free, the referee. That's going to be another free. Richie Moore fouling Mick McCarthy. And remember, there's only 2 points between the sides. Plenty of time, 4 minutes. 26 minutes, 24 seconds by my stopwatch here. And Mick, this time, better angle, puts it over the bar. 1 point between the sides. That's 1-7 now for Mick McCarthy. Now, telling his colleagues, this is it. This is the moment of truth. John Kearns facing a kick out, hoping that one of his colleagues will grab it and send it down to the other side of the field. The wind once again gathering it, catching it, is beautifully held by Tom Nolan. And his fielding ability is something to watch. He's done it consistently this afternoon. Brendan Hayden trying to send it up. John Evans coming across. That's a line ball. Yes, for Eire. Seconds ticking away. O'Donovan and Rossa have to get this ball out, and they have to get it out quickly. Joe Hayden, he won an All-Ireland B hurling championship medal with Carlow a few months ago. Sending it in. Well gathered. Coming out with it is Mick McCarthy, and he's given the free. And Dwyer says he'll take it. "28 minutes and 5 seconds gone in the second half." That's a great kick out by Kevin Dwyer. Brian O'Donovan, Alan Callanan fouling him. Joe Driscoll was loose in the centre, and Joe got it, but unfortunately referee Tim Curran says, "Alan Callanan, you've got to be booked." Second booking of the match, and for deliberately fouling the man, Alan Callanan goes into the book. Brian O'Donovan, they need 1 point That's all they need. This is Garvin Ware, a midfielder. That's a fairly frontal charge by Skippereen, but they get away with it. Now, it's the equaliser here. This is Joe Driscoll. Mick McCarthy is outside. This is Mick. An effort, which goes over the bar. Skippereen show that they too have the character. They have the passion. They have the spirit. The sides are level. 3-6 to 1-12. It was hard work, but eventually their patience worked. Joe Driscoll giving it to Mick McCarthy. Mick getting inside the challenge. And Cooley, the captain, leads his side to parity in this All-Ireland final. The referee, John Kearns, meanwhile, booking the referee, Jim Kern, booking the goalkeeper, John Kearns. And I think it was for dissent more than anything else. 29 minutes, 50 seconds. This is really the moment of real truth. They've battled their way to Croke Park. We're now into injury time. Skippereen and Eire, and it's a fray for Skippereen. Anthony Davis puts his arms up, jubilant. It must be one of the last kicks of the match. Can Mick McCarthy, and I think Jim Kern is telling him that he has to score direct to win the All-Ireland title. Sweet Lord, the tension is mighty in Croke Park. Mick dropping it in and dropping it wide. And every neutral spectator, if there's anybody here, sighs with relief, because it'll be a real joy to see these teams play again. Mick McCarthy missing the opportunity. The pressure mounts. Eire of Carlow have it. Richie Moore, Jody Morrissey. Garvin Ware is available. Still Jody Morrissey. Eventually he gathers it up. And the referee blows the final whistle. And it's a pity that incident seemed to come with the final whistle. But that's really only